Hello, Jason Harris from Ozark Mountain Adventures. You can see today I've got my Land Cruiser up on the hoist. Well, I'm doing some more shock testing. I've been running Old Man MU Nitrocharger Sports for several years, and I'm also in the midst of there. I tried out some factory Tokikos, and I'm really was happy with them as well. Also have tried some KYB gas adjust. They rode probably the best of the three shocks. Well, today I'm going to look at the KYB Monomax. Here is the Monomax installed in the Land Cruiser. The one thing that I'm concerned about with is having the rubber boot instead of the hard plastic or the steel stone guard over the shaft. I don't know how long that's going to last in the conditions that I run the Land Cruiser in. So we'll see here. I'm going to get this thing, get some wheels and tires put on it and get this thing down and take it for a spin and see what the first initial impression is of the shock. And I will definitely give you a long time review of how I feel about the shock. This shock is available only in basically stock height applications, which is really comparable to the length of the Old Man MU standard length shock. And we'll work up to the amount of lift I have, which is only about 30 millimeters in the rear. Well, I'm gonna get the wheels and tires stuck on it right quick and get this down. All right, I got the wheels and tires back on it. We're gonna take this thing for a spin now, see what the first impression is. Putting the shocks on reminds me a lot of a Bilstein. They're very stiff on a lot of gas charge. So, you know, I've thought about Bilsteins being stiff before because of the gas charge and drive it and they'd be soft. So we'll see what we got going on here. I'm a really big fan of Japanese made stuff. Also a big fan of USA made stuff. I love the USA. I'm proud of it. But the Japanese quality on a lot of stuff is just exceptional. And I have found the Tokiko shocks, the build quality is just extraordinary. Working at Toyota and seeing how the shocks last on vehicles with high miles, they outperform the Bilsteins on our TRD stuff as far as longevity. I think twofold. So we'll see how these KYBs from Japan also see how they do. All right, we'll see what we got here. The stuff falling all over the place. I got some tools packed in here to work on a little project tonight. Well, I can tell you right out of the gate right there, the body roll is less with these Monomaxes, but it's quite a bit bigger diameter shock than the gas adjust is. And it feels feels pretty good. We're going up to a washboarded road that I go up to test for suspension noise on vehicles all the time. And I could take the washboards pretty much wide open with my previous shocks, the KYB gas adjust or the Tokikos, and it was not harsh whatsoever. The Old Man MU's was always kind of harsh. So let's see what we got going on here. There's some rough places. I mean, man, I tell you what, it's just awesome. I'm still tickled to death, these KYBs. Okay, here's our, yeah, that's nice and controlled. It actually feels a little bit better, honestly, than the gas adjust. It's a little more controlled with the weight that I'm carrying. Tell you one thing, the body roll is just about gone with it, but yet it still has a good, smooth, controlled ride. These shocks are a sensitive shock. They automatically adjust as you work them harder. they become more controlled. So whenever you're not working them very hard, they're supposed to be nice and soft, and they become firmer as you put load on them, and it creates more heat. So we'll take them out here probably this weekend, and we'll run them a lot harder and see what they do. I'll keep you posted on what's going on with them, and we've probably got some more shocks also to test on our 80 series Land Cruiser. But so far I've been happy with both the KYB choices for our Land Cruiser, the gas adjust and also the Monomax. Seems to be a very good choice for a low lift vehicle, not just the Land Cruiser, but for any light truck out there. And depending on how you got it loaded, choose in between one or the two shocks.